Peanut butter and jelly, tacos and Tuesdays, reading list and e-class. They work fine on their own, but they're better together. This is the third video in the Library Learning series. By now, you should be on your way to compiling an organized reading list for your course or research. As this is the third video in the series, it is highly recommended you watch the first two videos so you will have access and knowledge to the tools I will be talking about today. In this video, we will be discussing the benefits of using your LMS and the reading list together. Let's imagine you've planned a road trip. You know where you are and where you're going to end up, and you know how you're going to get there. There are many paths you can take on your road trip. You can also take many different forms of transportation. For this video, we're going to take this route, and we're going to drive. Now, this may not be the best for you and your course, but there is information that will be able to help you on your journey. Now, to make this road trip more enjoyable, we're going to add some stops along the way. You're going to need information about where you're stopping, how many kilometers it is until your final destination, or what world's largest monument you're going to be looking for along the way. This is like your LMS and the reading list. Your LMS is the road trip. You know where you're starting and where you want to end up. You've done this by setting up strong learning objectives. To help you along the way, there are many tools you can use in your LMS, and one of those tools is the Library Reading List Activity button. Now, you could copy and paste the URL into an announcement or a document in eClass. However, using a specific activity button will link your eClass directly to your reading list. Here is an example of an eClass, and here is the reading list service button. I will be opening up a sandbox eClass so I can focus on showing exactly how to add and edit the reading list button. If you are new to eClass, the university has information and videos to help you set it up. Those links can be found in the description below. Adding the reading list activity button to your LMS is simple. While there are many ways to post a link to your reading list, I will be showing you the library's recommended way. In your eClass, navigate over to Add an Activity or Resource. A window will pop up. Scroll down until you find the Library Reading List selection. Select it. Click Add. You're going to name your reading list. You can name it whatever you want. I have chosen to call this EDPS 410 Reading List. Click on Save and Display. This will take you to the Course Materials and Reading List Service webpage. If you followed the library's recommended steps in our videos up to this point, your reading list should be the same name as your eClass, so it will autofill here. After the list has appeared, click on Save. And now the reading list has been added to your eClass. Another key feature of using the reading list and eClass is you can link to a specific section in your reading list. Here I want to link to section 5 of this reading list. I can go in and search for the reading list again, but this time, instead of the full list, I'm going to link directly to topic 5. And there it is. It's now been added to my eClass. Also, you can copy and paste any section of your reading list into a document, email, or even a text message. In your reading list, select the table of contents and scroll down to the section you wish to copy. Copy the URL, and now you can paste it wherever you would like. Finally, when it comes to sharing your list on eClass, add an announcement that lets the students know that you will be using the reading list service, and they should become familiar with the layout. There is an option for students to categorize the reading list into their own personal reading intentions. This is going to be very useful information when you learn from the analytics. I will discuss this in video 4 of our series. Using the reading list and eClass together keeps your course on track and helps you achieve your learning outcomes. While I have demonstrated one way to set up your reading list and eClass, there are many variations, so you can tailor it to the way that suits you best. If you are interested in some more information on effective implementation of your reading list and eClass, contact CTL for a consultation. If you have any technical or resource-specific questions, contact the library at coursemat@ualberta.ca or visit their website at library.ualberta.ca.